Hi everyone, thanks again for joining me for this week's Soulmate Oracle reading. Okay, now if you're landing on this video and this reading doesn't match up to the dates that you're watching it at, actually this reading is a message from the divine. This is a message that you need to listen to. This reading was sent to you for whatever reason you found me. My name is Anne, by the way, and I give Soulmate Oracle readings focusing more on the love partnerships, love relationships, and spiritual connections. So every week I give these readings, and they're not necessarily pertaining to one particular type of soulmate. And this is general reading for the world, and maybe some of the cards may resonate with you and sometimes they don't. That's okay. Take what resonates with you and use them to your highest good. Basically, I give these readings that are not necessarily to tell you what to do, but actually to help you guide you on your soul path and journey that you have in your life with your divine partner, whatever that may be. If you're still looking for your divine partner, or you're having difficulties or issues, or just trying to find a better solution in a situation, I invite you to watch this reading video from the beginning to the end. And maybe sometimes it doesn't resonate with you at the very beginning. Sometimes you may not understand it. Maybe it does click a little bit. If you're feeling that way, I highly recommend that you either take notes or revisit this video so that you can get the message. Honestly, sometimes we have what they call ego. An ego-based energy can actually block us and prevent us from actually accepting the message. And when that happens, we cannot receive it. I highly recommend that you have an open mind when receiving the reading, any reading for that matter. Okay, so if you are interested in getting your own personalized reading, I do offer email, phone, and chat, and the links are down below in the description area. You can get them in my blogs. I also have several articles that you're more than welcome to check out. Now, also, if you're just tuning in, I hope you can watch this whole video and subscribe to my channel or my Facebook. I post these on both Facebook and YouTube every Saturday, Sunday. The cards that I've used today were the very beautiful Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Baron-Reid. She's one of my favorite authors. I love her cards. It seems like this deck is very unique because what it does is it makes me like dream. It feels like I'm going through another life. Seriously, it is very beautiful, and I enjoy reading from these cards. It's a newer deck of mine. If those of you have noticed, I've never read with these cards before. So I have read with them, but not on camera, that is. Okay, so the first card that I pulled, Rock Bottom. And as you can see, this is a card that is very unique, and I love looking at it. It's like, it's two-sided, actually. You know, it's like there's two paths, but only one direction. As you can see, it's going into one place right here. And when we're hitting rock bottom, we're actually looking into something that we feel is totally negative. And actually, it isn't totally negative. Sometimes rock bottom could be a good thing. Yes, I know a lot of you are saying, how could rock bottom be good for me? Rock bottom is something that opens up our eyes to certain things. Now, this is in the Divine Masculine area. And the Divine Masculine, he needs to continue on his path to awaken. Now, the Divine Masculine doesn't necessarily have to be a man. It's not necessarily meant for a masculine energy. It's just that the masculine and feminine lives inside of all of us. And you have to look inside what you're leaning towards. Divine Masculine right now has been going through a lot of changes. And like we've been looking at previously in the other cards, the other card readings, that he is starting to look at things quite differently. He is starting to awaken. He is starting to hit rock bottom. Sometimes when they hit rock bottom, they can see the life that they're missing out on, and that's what's happening here. He's starting to see something is happening to him. He's not where he's supposed to be at. He's not in a good place. He's looking at, okay, this is where I'm at, this is where I've been, but I'm not happy. And why am I not happy? Why am I getting the same area over and over in my life that I feel trapped. I feel sheltered. But actually, it's something that's telling him to work a little harder. He needs to work harder on himself. And maybe you do too. The both of you need to work on yourselves a little bit deeper, because when there's a twin flame connection, twin flames can reflect on each other. Twin flames can mirror one another. And when you're having a problem with your twin, trust me, you can feel it. You know it from the deep down bottom inside. I mean, you know, my twin is in trouble, and you need to get in touch with your twin. You need to find your twin. And if you're separated from your twin, it's even worse. Oh gosh, you just feel like your life has been crumbled. But though everything may be fine, you may have everything intact in your life, because you're maybe not working on yourself a little. Maybe you need to work on yourself a little more. You need to find yourself. You need to look at what is necessary that needs to be fixed, so that your divine partner can feel it as well. Because remember, when the energy is hitting rock bottom, when you're feeling rock bottom, because it feels like a lot of energies that people have been going through is feeling like they're almost hitting rock bottom, since those energy shifts that we had a few months back, and it seems like it's crawling back. Sometimes we're feeling like something is happening. Maybe a small little seed has been planted recently, and it's kind of like making us feel like we're hitting the bottom edge again, and we don't like it. Maybe you're not accepting something. Maybe you're not releasing. You know, there is something that is being given to you, a message, and you're not listening to it. And when you're not listening to it, that's when you hit rock bottom. That's when you feel the world is coming down on you. And something new is about to occur, actually, and it's not a bad thing. So when we look at this card, we can say, oh, this is hitting rock bottom, we're falling apart, our divine soulmate is falling apart, my twin is not reacting right, where are we going? We're hitting rock bottom, we're ending our relationship. No, there is a new beginning. There is something about to occur in your life. If you're looking for your divine partner and you're not finding the right person to come into your life, well, this is a time to actually act upon why you're not feeling secure with someone. Because you're not releasing past emotional negativities and moving forward. Listen, there's a lot of confusion happening and mixed signals you're getting. Something is telling you you need to start looking at what you may be doing wrong. Now, I can go on and explain why we're hitting rock bottom, or we're feeling as we're hitting rock bottom, why that person is hitting rock bottom, but it's time to examine yourself and work a little harder, okay? So there's a lot more going on behind the scenes, but you can't look at what's on the surface. You have to keep believing, okay? So let's look at the next card. Balancing act. Very beautiful card. And like I said, these are newer cards. I just love looking at them. It's like, looks like a treasure map. Like I want to go out and find what that treasure may be. Okay, so as you can see, if I can clear that up a little bit. Okay. Now, she's really looking at things in a way where she knows that it's time to stop. It's time to stop procrastinating. It's time to start living. Something is about to happen, as I mentioned in the previous card. Something is about to occur. She needs to start looking at her life more openly. She needs to stop looking at things so drastically. And I'm just one of those that needs to straighten out my cards. Okay, so maybe you're feeling as if you're juggling too many things at one time. And you're not focusing on balance and inner stability. Now, this card is telling you it's time to focus on yourself, on your true path. The messages that are coming through, because you may feel like you're hitting rock bottom, because you're not getting what you want, your relationship seems to be falling apart, things are not going in a good direction, he's not responding to you, she's not texting you, there isn't any communication happening between you both. It's not that everything is falling apart, it's mainly because there is something trying to merge through. When you release the negativity and start looking at balancing out what is being truly told to you, what is being given to you, then you can understand that it's time to stop running. Stop allowing yourself to go in so many different directions, because it feels like everything is scattered. I mean, the energy that I've been feeling from a lot of people lately, it's been scattered. And maybe because it is becoming, you know, closer into the summer month, the summer months are kind of exciting, but at the same time, it's kind of like, no, I'm not ready for this yet. And maybe you're overwhelmed. Maybe not just because of the summer activities, but maybe it's because you haven't been getting what you want, and it seems like everything is just going too fast. It's like, how do I stop it? Well, you don't. You take it one step at a time, and you start balancing on what is necessary right now. That is focusing on yourself, focusing on the love that you feel in your heart. Now, we've been feeling a lot of anxiety energies. I mean, I've been seeing this from a lot of my clients lately, that they have been feeling those energy shifts. It arose again, and it's like, how do I get away from it? How do I stop it? Well, you don't. It's mainly happening because there is a rumble going on. And what you need to do is ride the wave. You need to accept it. You need to release whatever is inside and let it go. I keep saying this. A lot of us carry on stuff. When we carry stuff on, we seem to accumulate more and more and more. And when we think everything is good, hey, I worked on myself. I did it. I'm really good. I feel positive. I'm really uplifted. My vibration is super high. That's when negativity can strike, okay? So you have to be on guard at all times. I'm talking about myself as well. I have to say, I feel the same way. So it's time to just stop, look, and listen. What is being given to you? What is happening here? It's all about you expressing yourself. It's all about you releasing yourself. It's not about you holding on to things. It's mainly a card about you. I feel like the message is telling you to slow down. And we've seen that in the previous readings, the last couple of them. Slow down and focus on yourself. Okay, and the next card. Ah, strength. And that is true. Having strength. Having a lot of strength. As you can see, this woman, she seems to be a tree, and she's made up of so much beauty, so much life. She has strength. I mean, she is holding on to what looks like the world with a beautiful tree above her. She is on a tree with strength, and she seems to be holding on and grabbing more. The strength is inside of you. And I know we talk a lot about moving forward and releasing, but you don't give yourself credit for the things that are inside of you, that you've done in your life. Maybe you're not releasing everything because that insecurity is pulling you down. It's like, it's not letting go of past negativities, cleaning the clutter, preparing for something new. This is a card that's telling you that you need to look at the unwanted things that do not serve a purpose in your life. And that includes the clutter that has been clouding your vision to move forward. And I'm not just talking about cleaning the house, because that is a good thing as well, that we talk about that in the past, that helps with feng shui, that helps with the spiritual energy, it helps with us moving away from past negativities and bringing in the new beginnings. And we talked about that many of times. But this is also talking about the people who bring you down. People that you may feel like, oh, they're my good friends, and you may feel like, hey, I'm helping them and I need to have them in my life because they need me and I need them. And actually, they're people that seem to pull your energy down, and they call this energy vampires. And energy vampires, you may have heard this before, but it's a very deep and sensitive topic, because a lot of people feel like those energy vampires are love relationships that I need in my life. And I'm not talking about your romantic partner. I'm talking about family members. I'm talking about the dear friends you have in your life. Yes, maybe they are great people and there's nothing wrong with them. But if they're like pulling all of your energy, you're kind of like allowing it, and you're bringing your own vibration down by listening to it. Sometimes redirecting the energy so that they can see that you're not giving in so much. Maybe you're not giving so much of yourself. Maybe there is that particular person that you have in your life, your divine partner, that all they do is complain. All they do is bring in negativity and talk about negative things, and you listen to it and you try to feel like you're their support and you're giving in so much to them. But actually, after you're with them, you feel like you've been drained every ounce of energy of love out of your life. And guess what? You can't feel like you can function anymore. You can't do this anymore. And then it takes time for you to raise yourself up again, and then here they come again. This is going to be a pattern that you have to shut down. You have to block yourself from allowing this to happen. When there is someone, let's say it's a coworker, and this person just keeps telling you things because you uplift them, and that's great. But guess what? It's not a good thing when it sucks all the energy out of you. That's what we call them, energy vampires. A lot of people are addicted to this. They feel like they're helping people and they have to keep doing this. This is not the way to think. This is not the way to be, because that's not lifting your vibration. Actually, it's allowing people to steal from you the energy that you've worked on so hard. See, many of us are empathic, and we can feel what others feel, and vice versa. So automatically, when you have that someone around you and they feel, wow, this person has a glow around them, this person has so much positive energy, because it happens to me all the time, they seem to say, wait, I need that too, give it to me. And they kind of like, how do they pull you in? They just pull you in, they get you all excited, they tell you stuff that really hit home inside of your heart, that maybe you feel sorry for them. And here's a time when you're just saying, you know what, I need to help them. It's my mission. It's like my weekly talk with this person. I need to let them know that they're loved. Yes, that's great. But you don't need to keep putting yourself all in. You know, all in means your every ounce of energy. I see this all the time. Like I said, I've had this happen to me many of times. And, you know, I know because I'm in a work where I do give out positive energy. But there's a way to do it, and there's a way not to let your energy being brought into it that you're drained. I advise you to block yourself from doing this, clear yourself from this, because this can go on over and over and over. Before you know it, you won't have no ounce of energy to get through work. You can't smile, you can't feel good about things, you're going to feel numb inside because, like I said, energy vampires are out there. And they don't mean to do this, but it's time to just clear this energy. Maybe just say, you know what, I don't want to hear about the gossip. I mean, you can just kindly just walk away when they're telling you their problems and they're going into it. You know what, be a listener, but don't volunteer so much of your input, because volunteering your input makes a conversation where you're actually putting more of yourself into it, and before you know it, you've allowed the energy to be brought out of you. I mean, that's clearly what I'm talking about right now. It's not a negative, but it's a way to do it, and it's a way not to do it. Okay, I'll explain more about this in another video that's mainly about energy vampiring and how to protect yourself. But for now, it's a time to put the strength out so that you can feel that you know where you're going, that you can do this, that you can feel that you're higher and you can move forward, that you don't have to let this negativity bring you down. Okay, let's go to the next card. Making a choice. And making a choice is very important right now. This is a very strong card. And I know that there is something that maybe you're faced with, and you know that deep down inside that it's time for you to make that choice, and you need to make a decision. I can't tell you what that choice should be. Actually, no one can. It's actually a part of your life lesson, and you need to look deep inside your soul center to direct your path. You may be still confused, and you may not know exactly what that choice may be because no one's giving it to you. You're trying to find answers, but the best answer is trust your own intuition and ask a sign from the universe, like to help you, to make that choice, maybe to guide you into the right direction. Remember, believing in your heart, having faith, holding on to the strength is all part of the process with making a decision. Now, you're trying to make a decision about someone. Maybe there's someone that seems to be very energetically challenging. And energetically challenging energy can make you feel, like we talked about before, drained. And I keep getting this message. Maybe this is something that you have to listen to, maybe something that you have to focus on, but whatever that may be, it's time for you to stop looking at the past and judging what's happening currently to find a solution. Maybe this person it's time to move on from this person. Maybe this person is not the right person for you because you've been held up in a place where you feel like you're going to be totally alone if you walk away, because you're not feeling the love, you're not feeling the connection, you're not feeling the energy that you should stay with this person, but it just makes sense that you should. You have to understand what that message that you're feeling right now is something that you need to think about. I can't tell you what that may be, but you know what that may be. Now, maybe this person is a spiritual connection and maybe they're going through something. Maybe you can help them in a sense where you're not exactly walking away, but you're not going to let them pull you in and drag you in their stuff. Sometimes we allow it to happen, and when we allow it to happen, we end up feeling like this is what is necessary in order for us to keep the relationship together. No, it's not. Relationships are 50-50. If you have to give 85 and they give 15%, you need to take a step back and let this relationship grow and manifest the way it's meant to be. Sometimes you're holding on the connection so strongly that they've become kind of like in their comfort zone. And when they're in their comfort zone, they're not looking at what they need to do. They're not helping themselves. It's kind of like spiritual discipline. You have to allow the energy between you to manifest to something higher, whatever that may be. If it's a true connection, that is. If it is a true soul connection, it will grow. Otherwise, it's not the time and place for it. Maybe it's not time and place for this relationship to be anything right now. Maybe it is in 6 months from now, or a year, or 10 years. I mean, everybody is different, and I can't give that like time frame, because we all know that time frames do not work because of free will. So whatever the situation that you're going through, it's giving some type of message that you need to take with you. You're feeling that energy of rock bottom, or that person is going through a rock bottom period, that it's time to start balancing yourself so that you can feel centered. You have to find yourself, your soul center. You have to find that inner strength to make the right choice. So all of these cards are telling you that you're starting to evolve and awaken, and new beginnings are going to happen. There is a change that is going to happen soon. But if you don't allow it to happen, you are not going to see it happen. If you're not releasing it, just like when we clean house. We clean house, we eliminate the junk, we get rid of the clutter and the dust and the debris, and we bring in this fresh new energy. And that's the way it is in our lives. You've heard it before, and I'm going to say it again. Start cleaning out the clutter. And like I've explained it step by step, not allowing people to take over and bring you down. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading and that it resonated with you. In many ways it resonated with me, and I'm glad that I pulled out this deck, because this deck really speaks to me in a sense where I see spiritual messages more so because it's very different, it's very unique. And if you'd like to get your own personalized reading, like I said before at the beginning, you can find those links down below. And also, if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel or my Facebook page, I do offer these types of readings on a weekly basis. I do plan to offer more types of general readings, not just necessarily for love, partnerships, soulmates, but more about general life. And with time permitting, I will release the videos, and I talked about my live videos, and I do plan to do that in the future. It's on my itinerary, it's on my planner, but there's so much going on in my life right now, so I can't really put it all together just yet. I will allow the universe to guide me, and when that time is right, I will announce it. So just stay tuned, like I said, and I will let you guys know when I'm ready to do this. If you do have any questions, please leave them down in the comments area. I do answer everybody. It's been a little bit chaotic lately. Also, check out my YouTube channel and my blog. I have many different types of articles, and it'll give you a better explanation on divine partners, soulmates, and twin flames. I like to go around all spiritual connections because we all don't have the same connection in our life for the time being. Sometimes we are sent in this lifetime to meet certain types of soulmates, and sometimes we are not destined to meet a certain type of divine soulmate. Okay, so everybody is unique and different, and I've explained this many, many times. Okay, so until next time, God be with you all. God bless. Namaste.